Hey guys, it's Dylan. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you guys so much for bringing this channel to 100 subscribers. Guys, I have no idea what to say other than thank you. You guys are amazing, and to say thank you, I wanted to make a milestone video. And due to some recent events, I chose to do a setup tour. And I hope you enjoy this. If you do, please leave a like. And feel free to ask any questions about the setup in the comments. And if you somehow found this video and aren't subscribed, maybe watch some of my recent content to see if it's right for you. I have a funny Skyrim video. I recently started making content for the Basement Craft SMP, and all of it is family friendly, just in case you're new to the channel. I want to start the tour by showing you guys my streaming setup. Normally, my Elgato Facecam sits on top of my monitor instead of that tripod, but I figured that this would be the best camera angle for this video, so that's why it's there. My microphone sits on this boom arm with a pop filter and shock mount so I can keep the sound clean. I have a key light up here for controlling the lighting conditions in my room, and I control that with this Stream Deck down here. Now, you may have noticed that all of this equipment is from Elgato. One of my concerns while building this streaming setup was that Elgato doesn't have the most versatile equipment, but then I got to thinking, why is versatility even a concern? I mean, I'm only gonna use this stuff for streaming, and even though professional video equipment could be an option in the future, I would much rather buy equipment for the intended purpose. So streaming microphone, streaming key light, and streaming camera. For my streaming software, I use OBS. This is actually the software that I'm using to record this video right now. So yeah, all of my streaming equipment is from Elgato, and I would solidly recommend them to anybody who is looking to get into content creation because their products are extremely easy to set up and use, but in my personal opinion, their boom arms are a bit overpriced. I got this for 50 bucks at Best Buy, and Elgato's mic arms are more expensive. They're like $100. This is something you can cheap out on, in my personal opinion anyway. So we're done with streaming equipment. Let's talk about my peripherals, and I actually want to start with this chair. This is the Secretlab Titan. Before I bought this, I had one of those cheap Amazon gaming chairs, and oh my goodness, that thing was like sitting on a torture device. It was so bad. With this thing, the armrests are adjustable, moves down, and comes up again. It's got a lumbar wheel. It leans. It's even got a tilt lock, so you can recline and watch Netflix or whatever. This thing made such a world of difference, and I actually recommended it to my friend Chrissy from the Do So Confidently channel, and she loves hers as well. Like, yeah, we both had a very solid experience, and I actually bought one of these chairs for my best friend Nathan as well, and he's had no complaints about it so far. All jokes aside though, a quality chair is important to any computer setup, and I would solidly recommend Secretlab. Their chairs are kind of marketed towards gamers, and a lot of their products are, to be frank, but this design especially doesn't scream gamer, aside from having the racing chair style back. Moving on from the chair, let's talk about sound. For my live streams, I've been using the Sennheiser HD58X Jubilee. These were a gift from my best friend Nathan, and boy are these the best headphones that I've ever had. Not only do they sound amazing, but they're super comfortable to wear over long periods of time because they're so lightweight. Now, what you get for sound is going to be a matter of preference. I'm not very particular about speakers. I just have the Logitech Z200s. Not the fanciest in the world, and not the strongest bass, but I really like these. They deliver clean sound, and that's all I really want out of that. But huge thank you to Nathan for these headphones. Moving on from audio to video, this is the monitor that I've been using for like a year and a half. Credits to Hewlett-Packard. I've never been a huge fan of their products, but this is really nice. It's got a ton of settings here. Honestly, I'm really not sure what I should or should not say about this monitor. I wanted to keep this section brief. But it's a gaming monitor with a business footprint. That's all I'm really going to say about this thing. I really like it. Moving on to my peripherals. Logitech's gaming lineup, honestly pretty solid. This is the G915 10 keyless and the G604 mouse. I was really annoyed by the wires coming from my keyboard and mouse, so I really wanted to cut the cord. So I bought these pretty much consecutively. And I'm really glad that I went with these particular peripherals because this, it might not look like it, but look a bit closer. This is a mechanical keyboard with low profile switches. Whoa. Oops, RGB lighting. Now before any of the hardcore PC gamers crucify me for getting wireless peripherals, I can't even tell that these are wireless most of the time. I often forget that this has to be recharged because the battery is super efficient and there is no discernible lag. Like, maybe there is a difference that I don't know, but I'm not a competitive gamer, so don't bother me about it, alright, guys? Mouse mat is from Corsair. It's nothing too special. I actually kind of want to replace it because it's a little too big. I've got my Nintendo Switch over here and my controllers. And some of you may have already noticed that I am one of the 15 people who bought one of the Steam controllers. I've actually come to prefer the DualSense for gaming generally, but the Steam controller at the time was not exactly a favorite of the gaming community, but I really liked the fact that I could interact with my desktop with this thing. And in terms of PC games, this thing was actually really versatile. I even got it working with Minecraft Java Edition. All this to say, really big fan of the Steam controller. That thing was a huge part of my childhood. So we've covered pretty much everything on the desk, but I want to talk briefly about the desk itself. As far as I know, nothing has changed with the design of this desk. It's the Atlantic Gaming Desk Pro, I believe. Just look it up on Amazon. I would actually recommend this thing tentatively for streamers. If you need a larger desk, I don't know the exact measurement of this desk, but it's not huge. So, like, all right, this is me grabbing onto both ends, and I have a pretty decent wingspan, but it works for my purposes. It just might not be right for everybody. I also want to talk briefly about my VR setup. For about 6 months, I've been using the Oculus Quest 2 for VR, and it's a pretty decent headset. I'm not even gonna lie, the hardware in this thing, not bad. I've been using it for PC VR. Comfort-wise, pretty good with the Elite strap. But I really don't like the face foam that they included, so I got the VR Cover Fitness facial interface for this thing, and it's made a world of difference. I really love the padding on it. Whoa, there's my mic. And I don't have them on the controllers right now, but I also bought some Kiwi grips that have straps on them. Solid recommendation to that product, because whenever you're playing Beat Saber, it can be a little hard to hold on to the controllers, even with the lanyards on, which I have them off. Don't do that, actually. Don't take off the lanyards. But I had a couple of problems. Not only is the Quest 2 not an easy headset to stream with, but it also can't really do PC VR justice. Because no matter what you do to experience PC VR, you're gonna notice that the image is compressed. Even over Oculus Link, I guess USB just can't handle the image transmission. Enter the Valve Index. In my opinion, this thing is the best PC VR headset because not only does it seamlessly integrate with Steam VR, but there is no compression. This thing uses direct DisplayPort into the graphics card, so you are getting instant, uncompressed VR image into the headset. Not to mention that the tracking on the Valve Index is superior to the Quest in pretty much every way. The external tracking is phenomenal. That up there is one of my base stations. But my other problem was performance. I was still having issues with VR crashing or doing a lot of weird stuff while I was streaming. So I needed to resolve that before I even considered buying the Index. My computer hardware was beginning to show signs of age. And you may have noticed by now, that's the computer that I was using before. So what did I do? What you're looking at right now has been the powerhouse for my streams for the last month. I spent 3 days gathering the parts, and on the third day, Nathan and I built this thing together. This is the Phantom PC. It feels kind of surreal to have a computer that does exactly what I want it to. I haven't had any problems with this thing so far. And the other thing that makes this kind of weird is that it's the first computer that I've had full ownership of. Every other computer I've had was a hand-me-down or a gift from a friend or a family member. That was actually a hand-me-down PC from Nathan. I recently did a live stream with one of my high school friends who, for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna call Q. We explored Breath of the Wild together in a VR chat world.
Yeet! Wait, what?
We got to play some pool. Oh, he's really focused. Oh. But one of my favorite things to do on Twitch is share virtual reality experiences. So the first thing I'm going to do is fulfill a promise that I made to Nathan, and I'm going to finish Half-Life Alyx for the very first time on a stream. I've never beaten the game before, and I'm going to be doing a lot more basement craft stuff as well. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much again for bringing this channel to 100 subs. Back when I started, I really didn't think I'd ever reach this milestone. I just don't know what to say other than thank you. You guys are amazing. If you enjoyed this tour, please leave a like and a comment. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to check out my other videos. I have a new one coming up pretty soon about my explorations of Breath of the Wild in VR chat with Q. And thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!